Welcome to Women's World Show. Here we use the breakthrough moment and word of a successful woman to inspire and motivate you. We measure success not by the amount of money in the pocket, but by the effort one makes on daily basics to achieve their goal. We believe that every woman has a story, so share yours with us. And my name is Clara Kronberg. This is Women's World Show Social Distancing Edition. And now, more than ever, we have to be together. We have to stand firm, holding each other's hand more than ever to fight this coronavirus pandemic as one. Yes, I have a guest in the house online that will be sharing with us how she is social distancing, how she is balancing family and work. Why she is social distance. Let's get to meet our guest. Karine, it's so nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Claire. Thanks for inviting me here.
Of course, of course. This is really a very challenging time we are all going through. But at the same time, I kind of try to find a positive side of it and try to open my heart to know what other women are doing out there, especially women that are working. So in terms of balancing your family and work and finding, yourself, keeping mentally stable in all of this. So I know we've spoken a little bit, but how are you?
Oh, good. Surviving just like all the other working mothers and super moms out there. So surviving.
So I want to ask you, how has it been for you to, divert from the normal norm of working, home, then sleep, work, home, something like that? How has it been to be fully present?
Well, it's very challenging. Like I said, we're used to having a specific schedule outside the home and being a mother of three children could be very, very challenging because, as women, we try to do it all. We try to be the super women. We want to be the best wife possible. We want to be the best mother possible and also the best professional as well. So it could be a challenge. And really, my advice is to not try to be such a perfectionist at everything and to really enjoy this present moment and enjoy our children and our family because that's really our priorities. And business, yes, it's still, hopefully going on. A lot of us are kind of, on a standstill, but we need to, go with the times and introduce social media as well as part of our business routine.
Exactly. Talking about social media, your children, you have three boys, right? So have you allowed the older one to be more active on social media or on screen? Do they use more screen, and do you feel guilty when you allow them do that?
Sometimes we all feel guilty because there's moments where you just need a break. You're like, I need a break. Here, watch a video, be quiet for 20 minutes. So I'm sure every woman can relate to me on this level. Right. And you kind of roll with it and not feel too guilty because as long as you balance, and balance is the key word here, Clara, as long as you balance your day with your children. If they have too much screen time, well, then balance it out in the afternoon with no screen time and now outdoor time. Let's do an activity together, or you guys, read a book or do something where, you can balance it out. So as long as you maintain that attitude, I think that with what's going on right now, you shouldn't have to feel guilty about anything.
Right. But does having three children is it more easier because I have one child. So and I won't say it's easy, but three people they say if they are two it would have been okay because she will have somebody to play with. So do you think that having three kids is easier for you?
Well, I would say that somebody who has one child like yourself, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's really that one child is demanding your
A lot.
attention at the moment
Yes.
because they don't have a playmate. You are their playmate. And so
Exactly.
they want attention. So that could be very challenging as well. But anything, plus one also has its own challenges. It's positive and its negatives. The positive part would be, yes, technically in a perfect world, you would think they'd want to play together. They have a sibling, so they would play perfectly together all day long and leave you alone. But it doesn't really work out that way either. They end up fighting more, arguing all the time, and you're breaking up fights consistently. And then it's challenging with their homework. Now with these online classes, we've got 3 kids with 3 different sets of
Oh
homework.
my God.
Everybody has a different teacher. So it's like chaos in the morning when they have their online classes because you're trying to run through every student, and figure
Oh
out
my
what's
God.
going on. So,
Yeah.
it could be tough. Yeah.
Can imagine. But then talking about, your kids doing a lot of stuff and trying to balance all that. I have seen so much of the work that you have done with your kids, and we'll just take a look. I will be back with you in a minute. That was really an interesting one, Karen, and I really applaud you for all the work. Well done. Because you turned to a super mom. The baking, talking about baking, I have learned how to bake overnight. But I applaud you for all that. But what would be your advice to a lot of some women out there struggling to, find the balance to attend to their children and, of course, to the husband?
Yes. Okay. Well, the challenge with that, best thing to do is to really maintain a good schedule. Just like you would in a normal work day. In your normal work day, you have to be disciplined, and you have to discipline yourself to be able to know that I have at this hour this thing to do, and then I have lunch at a certain hour, and then I have this at another hour. And just like the kids in their school day, they have a schedule. So my suggestion is to really create a family schedule, something that'll work for all of you, where your children know exactly that between 9 and 2 p.m. they have homework and they have to be responsible with that. And then at 2 to 3 they have a break, and then they have lunch, and then afternoon is exercise time, outdoor time, and play time. And then you can have them do a little bit of TV time towards the end of the day. But the most important thing is to really keep that nighttime schedule of when your children go to bed, because that is the time for you and your husband to be able to really have some me time, to be able to have a couple time and say, okay, 8:30, 9 p.m., whatever it may be, is your time to go to bed. That way you have that rest of that evening to just relax and focus on, yourself and your husband.
Interesting, interesting, very insightful. But it's important also to be aware of the mental health, and you can't talk about social distancing without really talking about the mental health balance. How do you make sure that you are mentally aware and present of what you feel and how you feel? And have you walked your children through what is going on? How did your 4 years old child take it, and the older one, how are they?
The mental health situation, not everybody's perfect, and some of us are stronger than others, but I think the key really is to, again, have that time for yourself, whether it's 5 minutes a day and you have to lock yourself in your bathroom like I do, or I lock myself in my closet. I'm like, don't talk to me, mommy's not home. And you use that time to, whether you meditate or whatever your little routine is, maybe just even doing your hair and makeup, that might make you feel a little bit better than to just sit around in your pajamas all day. One of the things that I always try to do is, every morning I change my clothes. I do not stay in my bathrobe and my pajamas in the morning.
Good idea. Yes.
Yeah, you put on your normal clothes, even though you're not going anywhere, because my sons were like, Mommy, why do I have to change my pajamas? I'm not going anywhere. I said, because
Makes you feel better.
Feeling better about yourself too. So one of the things I tell my older children are aware of the situation, and it's difficult for them because they don't get to physically see their friends. Right. So what I do is I have them do screen time with their friends. They do like a video conference, just like you and I are doing. Right. And they might have 6 of their friends from their class on there just talking about their day and really, bonding in that sense. So that helps them, as well as their outdoor activities and sports. And then the younger one, it is a little bit challenging because he keeps saying, "Mommy, why can't I go to the park today? I don't
Like
understand."
Olivia, yes.
That one is it's a little bit challenging, but I
Yes.
try to keep it very upbeat and think of myself in the mind of a 4-year-old. And I say, sweetie, everybody's on vacation. They're all like having fun and they're with their mommies and daddies.
Good excuse.
So I think really keeping it positive, and I think you are the biggest reflection off of the energy in your family.
You're
So
right.
if you are tense and you're nervous and you're yelling all the time, then it's going to make it a bad environment mentally for the rest of your family. And, us women, we are the head of the household.
You're
So
right.
it's up to us to really stay positive, try and stay patient as much as we can. And if we can't, because we're not perfect, then take that time away. Give yourself 5 minutes to breathe, and just say, don't talk to mommy right now. Mommy's going to be upstairs for 5 minutes. Take that break. And I think
it's really what we need right now to know how to, survive this moment. And talking about survival is also very important to talk about the social media, because a lot of information are being given out there. And so how do we filter what is right or what is not, and what is not? How do you do that yourself?
Okay, well, really, to be able to filter, because there's so much fake news going on.
Exactly.
There are people who are not accredited and they're writing blogs and articles and saying that they're scientists, but they're actually not. So my suggestion is to always check your resources. Check to see, who are these people who are writing this? Are there other websites that also say the same thing? And are these websites actually legitimate, legitimate blogs? So my thing is to try and avoid any kind of negative talk, because if you sit there and watch the news all day long, there's nothing worse than that, because it's going to depress you. So watch the essential, find out what's going on, but then stick to information that's going to help you. Yeah, that's going to be positive, that's going to, help you to get through your day, because negative news is really not something that's going to help us right now.
Absolutely not. So what advice will you give to a lot of women watching you right now that are struggling with, balancing home, work, and every other aspect of their life? What advice would you give them before I ask you my final question?
Mm-hmm. The advice would be to, again, try not to be a perfectionist, okay? Let things slide. If you don't get a chance to keep the house clean, don't worry about it. You have tomorrow to do it. You're not going anywhere. And also, just really focus on the present. Focus on your children, focus on your husband, your family, and trying to take it day by day, not stressing yourself out about what am I going to do tomorrow? How is the job market going to be a month from now? Focus on what you can do today and how you can do it well, and keeping your family happy.
Interesting. But
some businesses are losing it right now, and some companies are closing down. But how do we sustain our business right now, or our clients?
Okay. Well, it's difficult because the way we do business has changed dramatically. Most of the time we are doing one-to-one, having meetings in person. So now it's become so less, personable in a sense. In order to gain our clients' trust, I think it's important to be very readily available for them. Since, Monday through Sunday is all the same, I think it's important to be able to really follow up with our clients and make them feel that they can trust you, that you're going to be able to get back to them on time. So by emailing them, being readily available on video conferencing, like we're doing right now, this also helps that human interaction and build that trust level. And really also, because the nonverbal communication is difficult, make sure that when you do a video conference with your clients, that they see you, you look at them directly, you work on your gestures, your body language, your posture, and always smile. A smile always helps in any situation. So with any client,
It's a lot. Yes.
if you smile,
It says a lot, yes.
gain their trust.
I asked you that question because you are a communication and marketing expert, and I wanted your input in that. We cannot discuss all of this, even in this situation, without getting a little insight of how you do the things you do as a woman. Thank you so much once more for sharing a part of you and what you do this while you social distance this period. And I hope to probably meet you in person after all this, after we are back to normal again. But until then, we stand together in solidarity as we fight coronavirus pandemic. All right, talk to you soon. Bye. It has been a very interesting segment with my guest, Karen. Let's continue to play our own role in flattening the curve. Please stay home, stay safe, and save a life. You can contribute any amount you can to the less privileged in your community, around your nation, or anywhere you are watching this video from. Together, we can fight this coronavirus pandemic. And this is Social Distancing Edition in Women's World Show. I'll see you on the next episode.
This is the woman's world.
Thank you for clicking on Women's World Show YouTube channel. Please remember to subscribe for more interesting videos like this. Remember, some of the videos might even make you laugh and some might make you cry. But of course, you get inspired, motivated, and more even elevated. See you on the next video on Women's World Show.